10 seconds.
Incoming, sir. Location looks to be Central Indiana. Fire up those sirens, Sergeant. Brian K. Morris. He came without warning.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready! And hello, everyone. A little breathless, just ran up the steps because I just remembered something I forgot to get. So anyway, welcome to No Warning, because that's what you got pretty much. No warning that I'd be here. I'm your host, Brian K. Morris, publisher, editor, writer, YouTuber, broadcaster, and former mortician's assistant. And we are here through the courtesy of many wonderful people, including our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly with a modest monthly stipend. And these are the wonderful people who keep the rising tide moving forward. And you're going to see some stuff in the next few weeks that are going to make you glad you did. But anyway, our sincerest thanks to these wonderful people. And please check them out, because many of them have their own active campaigns going on their pages and deserve your support. But if you want to help keep us moving forward and read our blog, and tomorrow's blog, every blog deserves a name, will have a little something about what I'd like to talk about today. And if you want to read that, for only $1 a month, you get 2 blogs per week. And you can get that at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. That's where you'll find me. And we would appreciate your support greatly. Thank you so much. And also, we want to thank Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics will look if your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. If you have a great book that you've worked so hard on, you definitely want a fantastic cover. And that's just what Jeffrey can supply for you, along with the graphics you need to sell it on social media, book trailers, whatever you want. Jeffrey can provide all that. Logos, all kinds of cool stuff. So contact him. First, check out his Facebook page with all the beautiful artwork you get to see. And this award-winning illustrator can then turn his talent to your cause. Also, check out then plasmafiregraphics.com and ask about his indie creator-friendly pricing. You will be so glad you did. That's Jeffrey Hayes at Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And we welcome everyone that is showing up here in the chat. And we'll get to your comments in just a minute. I want to thank, first of all, Becky Castillo and the staff and management of SilCon this last weekend. It was an amazing weekend, Friday and Saturday. We have been in Mattoon, Illinois for several years. In fact, since the inception of SilCon, CIL-CON, for Central Illinois Convention. And up until recently, the venue had treated us rather fairly, rather well. And then they had a change of management. Apparently, they decided we were all Satanists. Who knew, right? Especially us. Anyway, excuse me. Had to move my chair. But anyway, Becky found a wonderful place in Mattoon, Market Square, I think it was. But anyway, great place, very welcoming. And we filled the hall there. Glad to say, had some really terrific vendors and also some wonderful, wonderful friends show up. And make it a great 2 days of my life. And it was a family sort of thing. And we had a few people that thought of themselves a little bit more than they should have, but that's always going to happen. But anyway, Becky and her crew took care of it, treated the rest of us like visiting royalty, and it was a very, very rewarding, very, very fun weekend. And we made some money. Yay. And now this weekend, Friday and Saturday, I'll be at the Hoosier Indie Author Book Fair. And that's, I need to get the address here real fast. Let me see if I can do that while I'm chatting. But anyway, it's going to be held in Gas City, Indiana at the James Dean Festival. And we are going to be at, let me get that real fast. We're looking even as we speak. It's going to be at the Beanerland Park behind Hans Hall. I remember him from the Bowery Boy movies. It's going to be at 718 South Broadway in Gas City, Indiana. And I will be there along with friends like Linda Cox, Kathy Gerstoff, Teresa Kiefer, and many, and Paul Burrell, my mentor, my brother from another mother. And he probably considers me his brother from another planet. But anyway, I'm going to be there with Paul, and we're going to just have a fantastic time. Please come see us. Admission is free. And there's going to be a free book bag for the first 25 shoppers, door prizes, charity raffle, book signings, gift for book lovers, and we are Rebels with a Cause. This is the second annual edition of this show, and I'm looking forward to being there. I'll be there Friday and Saturday. Looking forward to seeing all y'all there. So please come see us. It will be a lot of fun. And let's see, what else have we got here? Surely I've missed something.
How dare you!
Greta, I know. I'm working at it. But anyway, so anyway, the thing I was going to talk about today, and this is kind of interesting, I think, because, I'm a big fan of the public domain stuff, and the reason for it is that we can take old properties, intellectual properties, and reuse them and put a new spin on them and maybe bring out, use them as inspiration, bring out more of meaning to them, give them an extended life. That's why we still have William Shakespeare. And we can create new things from them, which is why, we've got so much Sherlock Holmes, great Sherlock Holmes work now from people like Airship 27, Sherlock Elementary. And although some of that was done before it went completely public domain, but we have things like, West Side Story, which is basically Romeo and Juliet transported about 450 years later in time into New York. And some great inspiration from those wonderful stories. Well, Bill Willingham is a writer and artist who, and we're going to cover this in our blog tomorrow on Patreon. So if you want to subscribe to me, now would be a real good time to do it. But anyway, he's had this series for the last 15 years called Fables, which is basically a lot of the old fable characters like Cinderella, Snow White, the Big Bad Wolf, have been attacked by an enemy, and they are forced to take refuge in our world. And the war keeps moving between both realities. If you remember Once Upon a Time, that was originally going to be a Fables thing, but then they, basically it's a public domain character show with a pretty pre-used but still viable story platform. But anyway, the idea is that Mr. Willingham, who has been with DC for all this time and has published over 150 issues of Fables plus tie-ins and things like that, as of late, he's not been treated fairly by DC. He owns Fables. But DC has been treating him like he's just the hired help, it sounds like, according to his recent Substack column. And in the course of it, he said, well, you know what? Since I own the thing, I'm making it public domain. I am declaring it open and of use to anyone, as long as you're using my concepts and not using what DC may have added to it. You can't reprint the old issues. You can't use the trademark logo, but you can use the idea and the characters that I created. So DC is asserting its intellectual rights as the co-owner of the the property, and says it will take appropriate legal action for anyone who tries to undermine their ownership. And DC is one of those things. I had a conversation with a DC lawyer years ago about another project that I was working on, and I wanted to get clearance with it. And I said, well, I don't want to violate your, can you give me an idea of where the lines are drawn? And the attorney who contacted me said, we cannot tell you where the lines are, but once you cross them, we will let you know. I was like, how do I know I'm trespassing on your land unless you put up a fence, sort of thing? So anyway, there's a whole lot going on, and I know several publishers were already announcing Fables-related tie-ins. Now they're kind of drawing back now that DC has bared its fangs a little. Where do you stand on it? Do you think he can do this? I think it's going to be a little more like Tom Lehrer, who said, I can't make it public domain or Creative Commons, since it's already been copyrighted, but I can promise you I won't prosecute you. And in fact, I encourage you to redo some of my stuff and make it more viable, more relevant for today. For instance, Bill Willingham said, I look forward to my artists taking this concept and doing their versions of it. I want to see your version of it. Please just ask me for my blessings. I will give it to you, sort of thing. So anyway, that's been on my mind. And like I said, if you sign up for my blog, and this was not intended as a plug for it, but if you go here and it's my name, all one word, Brian K. Morris, lowercase all, at patreon.com. And for $1 a month, you get two blogs per week called Every Blog Deserves a Name. And I usually keep my deadlines on it. So please check us out. All right. And please, and also you'll get your name on that card that I had up earlier. And if that doesn't entice you, what will? Anyway, let's get to your comments now. And Omniversal, Damian Walbrun is here. Omniversal Link. Now we throw our heads back and laugh. Yes, we do. And that's what she said. Yes. And Amy Hale, mwah, my table mate, or actually not my table mate, my next door neighbor at Silcon this weekend. It is so good to see you, and had a fantastic time with you and John. And the prediction I made about that stand, I've got a brand new backdrop, a new banner stand, thanks to Amy and her husband John. And it is a delight. And if you want to see it, come see me at Gas City this weekend. I am more than happy to show that thing off. But I showed it to Cookie, and I set it up, and I put it down. And she was, to put it mildly, over the moon about it. She loved it. She was so excited, especially since she designed the banner. So, but thank you again, Amy. Thank you. And thank you for your company and your support and your enabling this weekend. I should have gotten that Superman Funko, the blank one. I should have done it. But anyway, Amy, please check out author Amy Hale. Check out Hale's Angels on Facebook. She's a fantastic writer, one of my favorites, and I love her dearly. And her husband, John. And Omniversal, good morning, all. Brian, catch that breathe, sir. I'm trying, man. I'm fat and out of shape, and I just sprinted up the step. I want to show you something. This is really cool. Did I? Oh, I didn't bring all of it in. Anyway, a good friend of mine, Ken Holzhauer, who has been in a couple of books with me from Flinch Books. He is also a very talented artist, and he gave me a copy of this. Can you see? Is that cool or what? Is that beautiful? Go ahead and stare at it with open-mouthed amazement. But he lived near there, and he was very kind to bring me that, and plus a copy of his comic book, The Quick and the Dad, which is a lighthearted superhero romp. Contact Ken Holzhauer. He's on my friends list on Facebook, and ask about the Quick and the Dad. It's a beautiful concept, lovely art, and maybe I can grab it if I take a break or something. So anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to breathe here, but yeah, it was a fantastic weekend. Had a super time. And there's only Wheezy Brianberg group, and we've met our quota. That's true. Mr. Rodman has charted this territory long before I got there, but at least mine is, I knew it was going to happen before I started. I was afraid it wouldn't happen. And hey there, long time no see. Carl was my other neighbor, along with Donna, Carly, Carlene. And it was Carl, I understand why you left for your Muncie event in Terre Haute, but it was such a delight to have you there on Friday and on Saturday morning. You are wonderful. So is Donna. If you want to check out the work of Carl Witzman and Donna Carlene, go to lulu.com, do a search for their names, and check out the Mad Gasser Cheerleader of Calhoun County and other books of that sort, because they're awesome reads. I have read them, and only one. Yes, there can be only one. And when I pass away, Brian's asthma will explode. He will not be able to breathe at all because I'm keeping part of it for me. And there she is, Donna, Carly, Carlene. Mwah. Hey, folks. Hey, you. How you doing? Good to see you, sweetheart. It made me so happy to spend the time with you and Carl this weekend. It was so much fun. And Jody McPhee from the Nessel Small Press Publisher. Good to see you, my friend. No warning. BKM been traveling. Yeah, we went to the wilds of Effingham, Illinois. Took Calgon with us, spent a very comfortable night down there. It was a lot of fun. And SilCon is a joy. You know, if you're a vendor, and especially if you do supernatural stuff, you need to be there. And our little alley we had so much fun. And Erin Casey, the delightful Erin Casey, brought her dad Greg with her. That was fun. And Rainbow was down there. And Molly Daniels was there. And Lacey Lemke was in attendance, and Emily and Zach and Jamie and all you wonderful people, Kelly, Holy Cat and Steven, there's just a whole bunch of friends. And the more I think about it, the more I'm remembering. Oh, and just had a fantastic time, and so happy to see my buds there. It was so much fun. And let me get yours and maybe I'll pull some more names here. Who knows? Aaron and let's see, and Wolf and Angel and Molly and Becky and Gregory and Lacey, Molly, Becky. I think I got most. Well, Keith Age, almost forgot him. How can I forget Keith Age? Just so many wonderful people. So thrilled to be there. And let's see if there's anything else I need to. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, we got just about everybody, I think, for now. So anyway, back to your comments. Yeah, I've been traveling this weekend, and like I said, I'm going to be in Gas City, Indiana this coming Friday and Saturday during normal business hours. So we'll see how it goes. And good morning to you, Jody McPhee. And check out Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, Comic Book Spectrum. This is now the new host here. And he and Eric Hawkins, the Eric S. Hawkins, and Clyde Hall, and occasionally O'Brien or two, show up to review comics and talk about the industry and such. And I imagine they'll probably be talking. I think you guys should be talking about the Bill Willingham thing this weekend. Maybe more will shake out as a result. And good morning, everyone from Carl. And I prefer Carter Hall, but that's me. Yeah, I understand. I also like Grayson Hall. She was great on Dark Shadows. And hey, Dave and Joe D, everyone saying hello to everybody. And please don't forget to like this video. Thank you, Carl. Yes, please. If you've enjoyed this video so far or have plans to at any time in the future, please like this video. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe because it helps us with the algorithms. All right. And everyone's saying hello, 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 hello. And Amy, thanks again for my cool mug. That was a cool one. That was beautiful. And good morning to Charles F. Millhouse. Charles, how are you this morning? Charles is a extremely talented writer and publisher, and I'm trying to grab something of his that's nearby. I beg your pardon, Brian. Anyway, he's a publisher of great things like Six Shooters and Spurs, brand new publication, and Major Marjorie, based on Tim Bruckner's concepts. Also, the award-winning Pulp Reality series and Captain Hawkland books. This man is a powerhouse, and he's got more to come. Please check out his stuff at stormgatepress.com. You'll be glad you did. Everyone saying hello, and good morning, Teresa Dunn. Mwah! Good morning, Brian, and fellow authors and creatives, of which you are one. Good to see you here, Teresa. Good morning to you. Glad we got to talk earlier this morning. And we're planning to talk about this on CBS. It's going to be a sticky situation on this legally. Yeah, and like I said, I talk about it on my blog tomorrow. But it is a sticky situation because here's the thing. DC will and has sued people. I mean, and DC has had a long history of mistreating its contributors. I mean, look at this. This is a company that got stolen from um its original owner. And if I have a chance, maybe I can pop on for a minute. I can't stay all night because I've got an appointment that night, but maybe I can pop on for a few minutes and join in the conversation. But yeah, DC has done some dirty things in the past. For instance, in the late '60s, a group of the freelancers came up to the publisher and said, "Hey, listen, we'd like to talk to you about possible contracts, guaranteed work, health care, regular raises, better treatment, etc., etc." And the publisher said, "Okay, fine. That's a very interesting concept. I'd love to talk to you further about it. Let's make an appointment. We'll talk more about it later." The minute those people went out the door, the publisher picked up the phone and said, Gardner Fox, John Broome, went down the list of people, said, "I want these people removed immediately from their books. They no longer work for DC Comics and will never, ever again." And that's when you had like Gardner Fox going to like Skywald and Marvel, wrote Doctor Strange for a bit. And various people just basically left the industry. Arnold Drake went over to Marvel. It was just, it's just a bad situation. And of course, then Siegel and Schuster, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, when it came to Superman. Pardon me. But then again, they've also done a number of great things for the creative community. But this is an example where Bill Willingham, the creator of Fables, didn't think he was being treated fairly anymore by DC, even though he had a contract. And like they made creative decisions and licensed the properties out to like a specific game company. And when Bill pushed back about it, the response from DC was, "Oh, we thought we owned it completely." So it's going to be messy. It's going to get messier. But we're going to be following this. This is of great interest to us all, and especially since Bill said he's the same age I am, it seems. And he said, "I can't afford to sue DC. But what I can do is make sure we can do some damage to him." And so he declared Fables, his original concept of Fables, to be public domain. And we'll see what happens, because I know of at least 3 publishers that were going to jump on that. And one of them has recanted, given that DC has said that they will do anything they can and everything they can to retain their ownership of it, which, means they will sue you out of existence. They'll kill you with billable hours to your attorney. Anyway, Nick Tucker goes, "Hello all, this is a fascinating subject, as I happen to know some folks are plotting such materials. However, I wouldn't touch this project," referring to Fables. This is probably, Eric Hawkins has probably checked in by now with me living in terror of me saying this, but I actually came up with a story that would take Fables into account. And I still may do it because I can get away around things. And hey, wow, nice portrait. Yeah, isn't that though? Did Ken not do a fantastic job on that? I am delighted, and he framed it for me and everything. God bless the boy. And he and I wind up doing some business together one day. You never know. And everyone's saying hello. And Nick Tockard wants you to hit the likes and share this, folks. Thank you. And Nick Tockard also, don't forget this guy. Never mind the furthermore. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Nicholas Tockard's YouTube channel, on Facebook, and also on From the Desk from Small Press Publisher, that's Joe DeMafiz. My apologies, Joe. My apologies, Nick. No, the Historical Fencing Guild, which also has a great show on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, talking about swordplay, martial arts, defense, great stuff. And this guy delivers the lessons painlessly. You save the pain for your opponent. But anyway, he will teach you how to murder people safely. And he's the guy. And, ooh, that portrait is great. Isn't it, though? Yes, that is a great portrait. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Damien. And hi, all. Well, can't speak for myself, but anyway. And here we go. And what we got here? And Sonoma Publishing. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day. If you haven't watched it already, do check out, and I will apologize for botching this already, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, a fantastic anime. I think anyone can enjoy it. I would love to learn more about that. Can you give us a little synopsis of it? Also, check out the work that Sinopa Publishing does. They do great stuff like the 47 Ronin and all. And hey, yo, Madness! So good to see you, my friend. Pops, how are you, buddy? Good to have you here. And so check out the Madness Network. They've got some great comic-related programming. Pardon me. And Silcom is good, says Carl Witzman. We had fun, got to chat with our friends. Yeah. And sold some books. I only have 2 copies of Mad Gasser Cheerleader set out for Holocon, and Donna may have sold out of a book too. Excellent. I know Amy sold out of a couple. I'm down to 1 Santa Stein. And now here's the kvetch of the morning. I'm going to do a micro rant, a little bit of pitching about KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. I went last night to set an order possibly to get books. You know how you could get books in like 3 or 5 days? I set down an order to get some books made, Mort Santa signed by this weekend, because I didn't realize how few I had left. Well, I sat down to place my order, and you know how you could get like regular shipping, then expedited shipping, and then virtually overnight shipping? They've eliminated that overnight is gone now. I mean, and the expedited shipment, basically I would get it, if I ordered last night, I possibly could get it by the 28th, which wouldn't do me any good for this weekend. But if I put in the expedited shipping, I could get it like the day before. I believe is the shake weight thing. So Kindle, you are making going to Ingram Spark easier and easier with every day. So anyway, just thought you would like to know that. Everyone's saying hello to Sinopa now, and then to Pops in the Madness. And I don't know how Brian does it, but he sells books even when he only spends 5 minutes of every hour in his booth. Hey, Carl, can I help it? I have an active social life when I go to Silcon. I know most of the people there. I'm friends with the entire committee. And then I'm friends with half the people in the venue itself. So it's like, yeah, I get stopped a lot. So, yeah. I don't know how I do it either. Maybe if I spent more time in my booth, I'd be out of other things. Who knows? But anyway, and Bob sells everyone. He goes out and tells people to go back by his booth and buy stuff, but he doesn't wait for the sales to come to him. By God, I don't wait for the sales to come to me. I go to them, right? Anyway, BKM at 919 subscribers, pretty close to monetization. Let's get that up there. Thank you, Carl. Now, I have given up actively pursuing monetization because certain factors have worked against me. Like I won't buy votes, that sort of thing. But anyway, yeah, I'm very close. I'm very close, and every now and then, I actually got over 1,000 people at one point. I had a day where a whole bunch of people checked out the show, and for about one day, I was over 1,000. But the thing is, you've got to be over 1,000 for I think it's a month now, or it has been for a while, and it dropped back down. And I suspect some of that was bots. I think somebody tried to sabotage me by buying bots or something, maybe. But anyway, I had the people and I got a boost from it. But a lot of that is gone now. But I've got 919, which is more organic, which is what I'm looking for. But yeah, I could always use more subscribers. I would love to have more people involved in the conversation. I live for comment dumps. And so anyway, probably Pops, says Carl. Thank you. And thank you, Carl, for the invocation of getting me some more people. Thank you, Carl. I do appreciate it. Clyde Hall of Comic Book Spectrum. How are you, the gold standard? Good morning. Good Monday morning, all. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, my friend. And yes, I can hold no candles in Carter Hall, Grayson Hall, or even City Hall. Oh, you can, sir. You are the gold standard for a reason. Check out this man in Pulp Reality 1 through 4. He is amazing. And YouTube changed monetization to 500 subs if you have the watch hours. Well, I don't have that now either, Pops, because I cut back on my broadcasting mostly to keep burnout at bay, which I know you probably fight as well. But I was getting a little burned out, and right now, this show, and I'm talking with somebody about starting another show on writing that I'm getting some people lined up that are interested in being a part of it, that we're probably going to premiere that probably during the winter months when I don't go out as much, and we'll just see what happens. And I also want to bring back Clever Title Pinning because I still love that show. I really do. And so we'll get our hours back up. And Pops, thank you for all you do, man. Seriously, you're a great boon to the comic and the indie comic community, and everyone who loves comics should be checking out the Mandus Comics Network. They really should. And hi, Donna from Mandus, and nice Pops. And Nick Talker says the comic industry seems so dang cutthroat. I've seen it on the small scale and the big guys as well. Like I said, like Jack, there's a book called Men of Mystery by Gerard Jones, who was a former writer for Malibu, DC, and Marvel, and it's kind of fallen out of favor now because the author, I believe, is still serving time on a I can't say it, but kitty charge, okay? And but the thing, it doesn't change the fact that this is an incredible reference book, and it's all about how from the 30s on up to whenever the book was written, how basically the shady side of comics publishing. And like DC Comics, which wasn't called DC back then, they had a man named Major Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson. I believe I have it right. Or Nicholson Wheeler. I can never keep those two straight. But anyway, he started this company with a book called Fun Comics, and it was all original material. And he was one of the first people to hire Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Well, the thing is, he hired a couple of accountants to help him because he recognized he was no businessman. And through some chicanery, they bankrupted the company. The accountants bankrupted the company, then bought it at auction. Because the Major had just published this one new comic called Detective Comics, which was burning up the charts. And they were about to launch a brand new comic called Action Comics, which had this rather strange new feature called Superman. And they thought that maybe the profits should go to them. So, between that and how they treated Siegel and Shuster, the big purge of the late 60s, there's been times when DC should be hanging its head and making atonement. But then again, they're also one of the first companies to include contracts, paid vacations, benefits, higher page rates, and financial participation for their creators. So some people have worked to balance this out, all right, in all fairness. But they still have a lot to answer for. Carl Wilson says, after the show, think about coming over to Nevermind the Furthermore on Nicholas Tucker's channel. Don't just think about it, do this thing. Because Nick runs a very entertaining show, and it's much better now that that guy that used to host it, oh, God, he was awful. Anyway, definitely check out Nick. He'll make you feel good about your morning. And Eric Hawkins, the Eric Hawkins. Good morning, folks. Eric, it's good to see you as always. Sinopa Publishing is saying hello to people as well he should. And Sam, Clyde Erwin saying, and the portrait makes him look better somehow. Pops, I don't deny it. It's Kent's done a good job cleaning me up here. Yeah, excuse me. This guy doesn't have an itchy nose. And he doesn't have all that stuff on his fez. But anyway, but no, Ken's a great guy. Please check out his work and contact him. And the Eric Hawkins has entered the building. Yes, indeed. And do I see a Clyde Hall too? Yes, you do. Oh, yes, good. Sinopa Publishing says, Mushoku Tensei is kind of the grandfather of isekai movies. Oh, God, what are all these words? Novels and manga was finally made into an anime. The protagonist is wholly unlikable at first, but he grows on you as he grows as a person. Now, that sounds interesting to me. It sounds very character-driven, and that's the kind of stuff I love in particular. Thank you for sharing that. Please, thank you very much. And PD is going to be interesting where the big boys are concerned as things are coming up to the public domain. Well, and here's the thing, Nick. Congress, like back in the 90s, Sonny Bono, who was a congressman at the time, yes, Sonny and Cher, and a former songwriter in the Brill Building with like Carole King and all those wonderful people, and Jerry Goffin and Tony Orlando and all, and Neil Diamond said, basically he helped write a law that extended the copyright, and that's why now we're trying to catch up with Europe and the Berne Convention, which governs a lot of the European type of copyright notices. And that's why every year more stuff goes into the copyright as we try to catch up with that. But we can only do it a year at a time. So, like this year, anything that's 1927 and before is in the public domain, meaning there's no copyright on it. It is usable as long as there's not a trademark involved, which limits things like Edgar Rice Burroughs, for instance. And you can use anything, but you do risk the possibility of some sort of litigation, just to let you know. It's going to get interesting, especially I believe it's next year. I could be wrong. I welcome somebody correcting me, but next year is the anniversary of Steamboat Willie. That is Mickey Mouse. I think the very first Mickey Mouse cartoons or two, which were silent. It's either next year they're going to go into public domain or this year, or it's already gone to public domain. But anyway, Steamboat Willie is coming up in a few years, and in 2030, 2030, I think is Steamboat Willie. Now that I'm thinking about it. And 2034 will be interesting because that's when Action Comics #1 comes up. Now, the thing is, you get the copyright, PD goes up to that entire year. So you're not just getting Superman in Action Comics #1. You're getting Action Comics basically about 6 months worth of it. And I'm currently reading the Superman Omnibus, which is reprinting all of the appearances in order from the beginning. And the thing is, the early Superman, all you get is Clark Kent, Superman, and Lois Lane. That's all you get. Plus, you have a character that is super fast. He can jump real high. He is virtually invulnerable. And he's strong. He's really strong. But he doesn't fly. He might have X-ray vision. I need to go back and check because there wasn't... I just finished a story in the first year's worth where it is mentioned that Superman could see through a wall with X-ray vision specifically. It might be in that. If not, it'll be in 2035. But basically, you're getting a Superman can run at 60 miles an hour, is vulnerable to gas and electricity, and he can lift a car over his head. But pushing planets out of the way, flying, that won't happen. Telescopic vision, super hearing, maybe super hearing a little. But you don't get Jimmy Olsen, you don't get Perry White, you don't get the Daily Planet, because those were creations of the radio show, which wouldn't be for another 2 years. But anyway, yes, PD is going to get real interesting as soon as Warner starts feeling that bite. But you can guarantee they'll have their lawyers out looking, And Joe D. McPhee from the Decibel Small Press Poster said that here, this is the problem. Legally, DC can play stall tactics on this. DC can and could keep you in legal limbo, claiming copyrights and trademark infringement and bogus claim on design concepts and story. There you go. And as far as co-ownership of the thing, I was thinking about that this morning. They can lay claim to the ads that are in the Vertigo books, because there might actually be some ads. We've talked about that on the show. But the basic concept, though, is so, I don't want to say generic, but it's been used in other places that, it is kind of unique, but at the same time, kind of not. And virtually all the characters are unique, but you couldn't call him Big B Wolf, for instance. Yeah, or you can just try and fly under the radar. And I'm going to be at Cincinnati Comic Expo this weekend. It will be at New York Comic Con, our own booth this year, too. Yeah! Congratulations. And hi, everyone, he says. Everyone say hi back, please. And there you go. And what is this, Nick? Oh, and that's the link for Nevermind the Furthermore. Please check this out. Check this out at 10 a.m. Eastern on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday without fail, or 9 a.m. Eastern if you live in the Central Time Zone. Check your own time, please. And Pops Van Zandt says, this is why I gave most of my shows to other people. Want one done? Thanks. I've got 2 projects, actually, 2 novels. I will get one done this week, and I hope to get the second one done before I show up at the Hoosier Indie Authors Show. And for more great new pulp including Western adventures, please check out stormgatepress.com. Definitely Clyde Hall. And Clyde Hall is also in the brand new Six Guns and Spurs, along with me and Cindy Kep, CKOEPP, and some other great writers. So please check that out. And please do more shows on writing. The BKM masterclasses on writing, conventions, and self-promotion are needed. Yeah, and after this weekend, I think we do need, especially the convention decorum thing. There were some people who brought their egos, but not exactly their A game to the convention. And I'm not going to speak for the committee because I'm just more or less an advisor. But I expect some people are not going to be asked back. And one of these people has I think he thinks that they accidentally forgot to re-invite him, and in not a single case was that true. He was deliberately not invited. So, but some people won't learn. But somebody who learns is a knowledge informational sponge and a darling lady to boot is Dawn Doulis. Mwah. Good morning to you, Dawn. Hope you had a great weekend. So good to see you here. I love you, hun. And Joe joined Don Carly and I on our show and debate over the Oxford comma. It'll be a 10-part series. I can't wait. I want a front row seat to that. Oh yeah, this is the sort of thing that divides nations. The Oxford comma. I use it only because it's simpler to use it than to argue about it. Because see, I was raised in journalism, and Carl, I know you were a journalist too. And the Strunk book that we used, the Elements of Style, did not use the Oxford comma. And so I spent like 25 years, and then all of a sudden I'm getting, all this grief about, one, you don't double space after the end of a sentence, and two, you do use that comma in the series there. And it's like, it's just easier to do it for me than to not do it. Now it's become a habit. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that show. I'll be recording it and burning it onto DVD. And Dawn! And man, it's Dawn, the dawn of promotion. Yes, she is. She is a goddess of it. And hello, beautiful Keisha Acuff. It is so good to see you. How are you doing? I've not been asking about your lovely new addition to your family. Hope you're all doing well. And Madness, I'm feeling some kind of way here, Brian. Everyone has a wrench but me. Well, I thought I had given you one. Hold on a second here, Pops. I'm going to fix that up right now. YouTube.com. Okay, let's see what I can do for you, Pops. All right. Hold on, Pops. You're going to get wrenched here. And there you are. And let's see. Let me find you here. You're going to get wrenched. Going to get good and wrenched. Okay. All right. Here we go. And yeah, we're close to the end of the show, so we better make this happen here. There you are. Well, you're in gray. So I'm wondering if maybe you have not subscribed. Sinopa Publishing has a wrench. Good for me. Madness, would you please make sure you're subscribed, and I will check on you and make sure that you get your proper due. Okay, and proper due is given to John B. Pike. Johnny, how you doing this morning? Check out Johnny on his channel. Great programming on there on the back of the Cereal Box Network. And good morning, Multiverse, to you, my friend. Everyone's saying hello, hello, hello. And please, I'm learning stuff here. Thank you, Sinopa. And the other thing about Mushoku Tensei is that it has absolutely beautiful animation. It's into its second season, and the animation is on par with many high-end animated movies. Ooh, very cool. And Dawn of Promotion, ha ha ha, Pops. Dawn of Promotion. And 2025. Is that for the Disney? That's for the Disney thing, isn't it, John? Thank you. And Carl Wisdom said, I will say it again, bah on writing in someone else's yard. I'll find my own characters or write semi-historical stuff about real people. What I like to do, Carl, is when I find stuff and I'm not talking about contemporary stuff that I'm asked to do, like some of the anthologies I'm in, but public domain I find fun because I want to capture the charm of the original, but bring that into a modern storytelling thing. It's more or less a storytelling exercise with me, but there are some things I would love to do. And Isake refers to the trope of the main character being transported to another world. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. I did see. I'm learning stuff here. This is great. And Brian, I just sent you an image from TB and her time traveling psychedelic mushrooms. We're fulfilling that in a couple weeks. Almost said, hey, definitely tag. Hey, listen, bro, tag me on anything you do with that, and let's get some of their eyeballs on front of that. Okay, I really would love that. And let me check here. Has Pops subscribed to me yet? Has you subscribed? Well, anyway, well, that's refreshing. All right, let's see here. Pops, I hope you're still here, man. I'm waiting for this to. Oh, I'm in gray because I'm the only one without a wrench. Hold on here. I am trying to. I think I got you here. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to make you a standard moderator. Congratulations, Madness Comics Network. You now have the power. Okay, thank you for seriously, in all seriousness, Pops. Thank you for alerting me because I may have one with you, but you definitely always deserve one with me. Okay, thank you, my friend. And by the way, says Nick Talkard, you have the means. Check out the series My Adventures with Superman. It's a delightful take on the mythos. I'm waiting for that to come out on DVD. I definitely want to see it. John B. Pike says, I don't think copyright should ever expire. I disagree with you vehemently. In fact, I am kind of with Willingham. I think the duration should be shortened. I don't know. He wants it like 20 years. And if you sell it to somebody, then another 10. I want to get to a model. I would say 40 or 50 years. That should give you and your descendants time to exploit it financially. Okay. Because the paperwork on copyrights would be insanity. It would not be worth it, really. And besides, then we could, as I'm constantly saying, we wouldn't have West Side Story if it weren't for public domain. There's a lot of stuff that the public domain has done, and it is intended to be able so that we can repurpose and re-examine old tropes, old plot lines, etc., and make them relevant for new age. And you can show it if you want to. I will try to do that. And the Dawn promotion. See, I thought so. And just because something is old doesn't mean it's public domain. I shouldn't be public domain if I'm old. I'd like to see newer things public domain. Seriously. And we can talk about that sometime. Omniverse Link has a link there to Damian Waldron. Hey, check out the Comic Creation Matrix. It is a valuable tool, especially for anyone that wants to put together their comics. It is a beautiful thing. Carl Weston says, by the time Brian gets this comment, everyone have a great day and see you at Nevermind, but furthermore. Thank you, Carl, for being here. Thank you for being part of a great weekend for me, my friend. And Pops is giving away shows to chase the dream of a Roku network. Hey, yeah. And Eric Hawkins says, that's why I didn't come. My ego's too large to check. My ego would have squeezed you out of the building, brother. And there's that smiley face from Pops. Glad to see it. And writer friends, everyone wants to make a comic but don't know where to start. That's what you need the Matrix for. Contact Omniversal Inc. for more details. It is really cool. And and Damien, you got to talk to the Madness Comics Network and talk it up on there too. Nick, those shows are all going to Roku with me as well. They should. And try the Comic Creation Matrix at this place at Lulu. Definitely check it out. I've got a couple copies. It is really cool and really useful. And I'm the dawn of something, the dawn of Tony Orlando, at least, right? And the Oscar comma in my double space can be taken from my golden hands. That's Nick Tucker. That's right, my God. And BGame, did you register for the new Facebook monetization program for business pages? I saw that, and I've not followed up on it yet. I've got 2 novels coming out in the next 6 months. So anyway, thank you, sir. Hey, thank you, Pops. And again, I apologize for the oversight, my friend, but I'm proud to give you a wrench here, okay? And let's see. Oh, that's not where I wanted to put that. And hashtag always promote. I don't know where you got that from, but that's genius. Do you hear me, genius? And Nick says yes because I set Pops up to promote himself. That's right. And it is like united on this channel. There you go. Well, go forth, my friend, defend the kingdom here. Thank you, Pops, for all you do. And Pops us getting a wrench. A wrench, yeah. Or Pops is getting a winch. There we go. And Pops is going to be here all the time if that happens. And wrench, wrench, wrench. Yeah. Is that like Marsha, Marsha, Marsha? You have to give it to me because I'm subbed. Okay, just want to be sure. It's me. It's early, Pop. Hit the three buttons to write my comment. They weren't showing up on my screen. I'm claiming YouTube's fault. No, I'll blame Facebook. Someone not subscribed. The scandal. I know. I live for the scandal. I'm in gray because I'm the only one without a wrench. Well, you're not the only one, but you're definitely the minority. And he'll get you, Pops. He's running out of time and we don't have a DeLorean. And I've been subbed to this channel since I met you, man. Well, I know, but you have your many guises. No one knows you're the shadow. And you have been wrenched. And sorry you're late, Grant Lankard. You came in just in time, my friend. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. And hey, please support the next evolution of the madness by bringing your content to a new platform. Check it out on Kickstarter there. And definitely, yeah, take a screen capture of this and check this out. I definitely want to check it out myself here, Pops. I want to do my part. And I just noticed that you were on here. I know. I just looked and here I am, right? Grant, I hope you're doing well, friend. And let's see, what's next? Stop making me hit those things. There we go. And I feel empowered. You have been empowered. You are now obligated to use your power for evil. I mean, for good. Yeah, for good. That's it. Yeah, it sounds like fun. But hey, and everyone's saying hello to Grant, and everyone's saying hello, 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 hello. And if you are guys are free, you should check out his show, Grant Langer Show tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is definitely worthwhile. John B. Pica says, I wanted to be with my Phoenix sisters in Silicon, but I had to make money. I understand that, and they were there and just absolutely delightful. I'm glad to have her. And back at the ZeroBox.fun, and this is a great channel. If you're not subscribed to your whole programming schedule, that's right. And John Celestri, I don't have a wrench. Well, fine, I'll get you a wrench too. Good Lord, I'm wrenching everyone today. John, hold on. John Celestri, we now announce you as our brand new standard moderator. Yes. Hope you enjoy the power that gives you, sir. You have now been rich on the show. Check out John Celestri's stuff. He has got a great YouTube channel. He's got some great publications, and I'm behind in ordering, dude. I got to do something about that. So anyway, check it out and rename BKM Oprah. You get a wrench and you get a wrench. Everybody gets a wrench. Jump up and down on my sofa. John B. Pica says, before we say goodbye, everybody check out the brand new comic series, Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer. You will thank me. I hope I will. I saw that and I'm like, I'm not sure. And everyone's saying hello and hello to Joe Dog McKeel, who just showed up in time. Okay, I'm here to start the show. Okay, we'll do. We're starting the show now that Joe is here. Here we go.
How dare you?
What happens, Joe? Thank you. Anyway, back to the comments. Everyone say hello. All time from Nevermind. Furthermore, see you all over there. Check out Nicholas Stocker's channel. It's great. And everyone's saying hello. And Joe Dog is taking a page from my book, says John. And wow, we have amused Nick. Yay! And Nick has to go over and get his show going. Please go to Nevermind but Furthermore right now. And also then after that at 11 o'clock Eastern, go to the Indie Comics Network and check out what Daphne Lage and Nita Landing are up to. If Nita's there, I think she's gone traveling. And goodbye, everybody. Bye, Brian. Have a great day and be omniversal. I will, my brother. You take care of yourself, my friend. And with that, we are going to close the store here and just let everybody know and see you all at NTF. And here we go. He's getting his He-Man on. I have the power. Yes, you do, John. I expect you to use it irresponsibly. That's what everyone else does here. So anyway, everyone's saying hello, and hey, you be safe too, Pops. You take care of yourself, my brother. And you have a great day too, Grant Langford. Love to you and Angie. And I believe Nan's in the hospital. I know she's okay. Oh, I haven't checked a whole lot of my social media yesterday. I was pretty mind wiped after this. But I will check that. Oh, we gotta give Nita some love. This world needs her. I love you, Nita. If you're watching. Anyway, everyone, have a great day. And we've got some people to thank on the way out. First of all, we want to thank our usual sponsor. Excuse me. Oh, Plasma Fire Graphics. Okay, I can talk now. Plasma Fire Graphics will look at your book matters to you. If you've got a great book, it definitely deserves a great cover. So contact Jeffrey Hayes. Check out the work he does on his Facebook page. Then go over to plasmafiregraphics.com and definitely look at more samples and contact him about his indie creator friendly pricing. You'll be glad you did. That's Plasma Fire Graphics will look at your book matters to you because it definitely matters to your readers. And he's an award-winning illustrator. Find out why. And also, we want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can invest in your favorite creators. And, these people have invested with me, and I'm grateful, so grateful to all of them for that. And I've subscribed to many of them. And if you want to help support the Rising Tide and read our opinion on the Bill Willingham DC Comics public domain controversy about Fables, I'm finishing up that column for tomorrow. And for $1 a month, you can get 2 blogs from me per week. Usually some pretty interesting reading. Find out where I'm going to be, and you can see all that we offer you at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And we've got a couple more comments. Let's see if we got room for them. And toodles all. Nick Tucker, toodles to you. And bye, Joe Dog. Joe Dog, we'll see you at Hallicon last weekend of the month in Dalton, Georgia. It's a great time. Check out hallocon.com, newly remodeled website there. And Monday Madness at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Check that show out. You'll be glad you did. If you want to know anything about indie comics, you need to get into the madness there. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. A great show you helped make. And now we leave you to other people. And we hope you have a fantastic week. Thank you so much for all you do, for being Rising Tide, and making this world a little bit better place than when you left it. So, folks, we will see you 1 week from today with any luck. Please check us out. Also, check us out on Amazon.com and go to risingtide.pub for more information on me, as well as a place where you can sign up for my free newsletter. We don't call it a newsletter. It's now an insider informational email. Goes out the first of the month, and we always have some surprises in there and some information you can use and news on where we're going to be. So please check it out. It's free to sign up, and you can opt out whenever you wish. And also, please like, share, and subscribe. The usual holy trinity there of broadcasting. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to this channel. We would appreciate it greatly. We love each and every one of you. And Omniversal said, we learned it from watching you doing drugs. Well, the only dope on here is me. I like to think I'm pretty dope. You are certainly dope, my friend. You have a great one, Damian Waldron. And anyway, you have a great one, too. And we're going to take our leave. Again, please go over to Nevermind the Furthermore, the few seconds we have left. And remember, as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you in Gas City this Friday and Saturday at the James Dean Festival, the Hoosier Indie Author Affair. And as always, folks, take care of yourself and each other.